listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM Harper Radio, broadcasting from the Harper College campus in Palatine, Illinois. Quick reminder, the thoughts and ideas presented on the show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. You are listening to Streaming Verse with Chris and Nina. Except for today, it's Dan and Nina.
Special guest. Not special, but it's a guest of all sorts, I guess.
My dad's here.
Hello. It's what happens when, bottom of the barrel, just bring me in. I'm here. Do you ever feel like you're in a tunnel? You talk. It's like,
yeah, are you okay?
yeah, I'm okay. It's just weird because you can't really hear your voice, but you hear it through the headset, which is not a natural sound. So I give you credit because it's odd. It's odd.
Yeah, it is weird. I don't like the sound of my own voice, so
yeah, it is kind of weird because it's kind of amplified in your head.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
How are you? Sorry.
I'm good, Dad.
Okay, good.
How are you?
I'm also good. It's good to be here. I think I'm the only family member that's never been on the radio.
Well, there you go.
Your brother's been here. Your mom hasn't been here, but your mom has been to more radio stations than I could ever imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway.
All right. Little shameless self-promo here. Make sure you follow at streaming_verse on Instagram, Twitter, IMDb, and Letterboxd. And if you want to watch us live, we are live on YouTube. Just search the Harper Radio
live.
channel, and you can interact with us there. I will get my phone on there.
Yeah, she's
so
got
we
it.
can
She's
interact.
got all the technical side of it. I don't have anything, so she's running the whole show. I'm just kind of sitting here watching her.
You want to go on YouTube and look at the comments, or do you know how to do that?
I can't. But see, that's the thing. I will try my very best. So if you, I think I was doing that earlier, but we probably should have talked about that earlier. But
I don't think he knows how to do it.
I do. Let's see. Well, did you told him the story about what happened? Because I watch you every week on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of weird to get logged in. This is not right. But so I ended up watching Chris and Nina on a show that was 1 week earlier, and I was commenting on the YouTube Live, and they were getting the questions from the week before, and Nina, you were like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But that's normally what I get, so I didn't think anything was wrong until someone said, hey, are you watching last week's show?
Definitely.
Yeah, I did. That was me. So.
Okay, I am on YouTube Live now, so if you do comment, I will see.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know if I could do
going
2 or
on.
3 things at once, so I could just talk to you.
I have everything over here, dude.
I know.
Oh,
She's got
God.
like 2 screens. She's got a soundboard. She's also got the video board. Yeah, it's pretty complicated. It's pretty nice being in here, though. I've never been in this station. I know you guys were having a little YouTube problems when you first started it, but now it's all ironed out. Hopefully all the sound is good.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, so.
I do apologize early, though, in case I, don't make it too interesting or something like that, but we'll see. It's interesting to talk to you through a plate of glass, and I can't, talk to you. I could talk to you, but it's like a phone, but a video phone, but a glass plate.
It's just a window, Dad.
I know, but it's the soundproof. It's very quiet in here.
Are you freaking out?
No,
You're
not
talking
at all.
a little fast.
No, I'm very happy. Very happy to be here.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so what have you been watching this week, Dad? I know the answer to this.
Yeah, it's easy because she walks in as I'm watching my shows. I'm kind of a sci-fi guy, so I watch a lot of, I don't know why, space stuff, So I've been really kind of watching The Orville, which is a Seth MacFarlane written, and I don't know, he doesn't direct it, but he wrote it. And if you know anything about Seth is, of course, the Family Guy. He wrote, and I don't know if he directed that, but he did that whole thing with, and then he did a movie called A Million Ways to Die. That is, yeah. So Seth is kind of,
Okay.
you gotta like his humor. So it's I've really enjoyed it because someone told me I should. Well, actually, my brother told me I should watch it because it's it kind of mimics Star Trek, which I grew up with, because I'm the older generation kind of thing. So Star Trek, but it's not like a parody like Galaxy Quest, but it's a no, it's almost parallel to what Star Trek is, because instead of warp drive, they have quantum drive. Instead of
Not
data,
again
they
with the
got
quantum.
they got Isaac. But it's a very interesting because he starts out because Seth is such a more of a comical guy, he's comedian writer.
Mm-hmm.
But then when and in the third season where I just started, it's called, they changed the name to Orville and the New Horizons. There's a lot more serious content in it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's actually got an actress or actor that you really like in it. So
Yeah, the woman who plays Bobby Morris
yes,
from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
yeah, because it was funny when I first started watching. I knew her, but I didn't know her from.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you came in and said Bobby, I was like, oh yeah, that's Bobby.
I love Bobby. Yeah.
So I've been watching more too. So it's all kind of thematic, right? So like I said, space.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been watching For All Mankind, which is on Apple TV, which is
I don't know about this one.
yeah, it's kind of like, it's following the true line of the space race in the late 60s with Kennedy but they changed it around. So they changed the storyline a little bit. So
We can't see your hands, Dad.
no, it's okay. So instead of us landing on the moon first, it was the Russians.
Okay.
And then so now the story starts to peel off to see how NASA handles Russia beating us, and then President Nixon at the time wanted to make sure we're the first ones to have a base on the moon. So it's kind of a weird twist on reality, kind of a different look.
Yeah.
So I've been watching that.
Interesting.
It's very good. And what else I've been watching? Well, let's hear what you've been watching. Maybe it'll spring some clues in my head.
I told you should have taken notes on your phone.
I just shoot from the hip.
Oh God. Okay. I feel like everything you've been in the room for, except for this, Werewolf by Night on Disney Plus, which is the new.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's considered a horror movie, but it's definitely one of the most thrilling, I would say.
Thrilling in not a horror way, but like a scary way, or thrilling that the action is intense,
It was violent,
okay.
but but that wasn't why it was like thrilling. It was thrilling because it would go silent, and then they'd be walking around and you're just waiting for something to happen.
Those movies or those series, those things like scare me more than like
It
live
scared the
action.
cats.
Oh, nice.
I had one cat sitting next to me.
Who was that?
Leo.
Leo. Okay.
He ran. He like, and then ran, and then that cat came, and he watched for a little bit, and he was like, "Nah, not it."
He's scaredy cat. Oh.
Yeah, it was.
No
it
pun.
was. Yeah, it was a TV special, so it was only like 45 minutes.
Was it only? It's not a series, so
No, it's just a TV special, so it was like 45 minutes. It was in all black and white, and then spoiler alert. Okay, at the ending, it kind of morphed into color, kind of like WandaVision does.
Oh, okay.
So I was a little mad that they took that from WandaVision.
So what do you think that represent, though?
I really wasn't paying that much attention to it, honestly, to analyze it.
Did it tie into any of the other Marvels or anything, or is it just
I haven't
off branch or something?
Yeah, I haven't really looked into whether it does tie in. I feel like they definitely can make it tie in because they can make anything tie in at this point.
Yeah, Marvel's amazing.
Yeah, but it was really good. The lead actor in it was really, really good.
Do you know his name or?
No, I don't know her name.
Oh, okay.
And the guy was really good too.
Okay.
It was a cute kind of story though.
Yeah, I want to watch it, but I know your mom doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only 45 minutes, so it's like
not much. Yeah, don't have to devote too much time of it. So.
Yeah, the intro though is so cool because it's like the Marvel intro, but it's just like it's different music and there's just like screaming at like random times. That scared me more than anything.
Yeah, screaming does scare me too. Like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
My daughter scared me the other day. She not jumped at me, she just screamed at me, and it just kind of raised the blood pressure a little bit.
Yeah, it was great. I have also been watching, well, I mean, no, actually, I found another thing. I have a giant list of things that are like so
So
backlogged.
I have a couple too, but
Okay. Calm down.
I'm,
I finally watched season 3 of Alexa and Katie, which has been like so. It came out so long ago. Like season 4 is out, and I just haven't been caught up with it because it's one of those that like you can have it in the background. It's kind of like Jessie and Liv and Maddie in that sense.
she's nose-butting the microphone
Yeah,
there.
but it's kind of like like the Jessie, like the Disney Channel shows in
Yeah.
that sense.
Oh,
But it gets a little bit more serious.
what's
than
it
that.
on?
It's
What-
on Netflix.
Okay,
I think it's a Netflix original. It's cute.
okay.
It's about two best friends.
Yeah, I like cute shows.
Yeah. Okay, we have time for like one more. What have you been watching?
This is kind of like you know, you go back to your Mater, Tow Mater, the cars. On Disney Plus, Pixar has released a whole series of shorts.
Yeah, it's called Cars on the Road.
Yes, and they're outstanding. We just watched one about the airplane one
Okay.
when Mater becomes a aerobatic airplane performer, and all these little shorts is his kind of tells stories about certain things that happened to him that you would not believe, and then he always drags Lightning. Hey, you were there, Lightning McQueen, and he goes, no, I wasn't, and they have a whole thing and ties it all together. It's very, very funny. It's very good. I mean, they're only like, so they're like 5 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny about those things is that the credits,
Are longer than the.
yeah, because they got to think, the all the translations, how many languages it goes in, so all
Yeah.
the character, I mean, all the actors that play the voices or do the voiceovers.
And
there's-
that in itself is amazing.
it's hundreds of them. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine that would be, yeah, I did the Netherlands version of Cars 2, or
Yeah.
be the main actor, Owen Wilson's double, or Larry the Cable Guy. It's just hilarious.
Oh yeah. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
is pretty interesting. But yeah, the credits tend to be longer than the
Yeah,
actual short.
yeah.
It says like 5 minutes, but it's actually like 2.5 minutes, and the credits
Yeah.
are the rest of it.
Yeah. So
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. Keep it tuned to WHCM for more Streamingverse. Welcome back to Streamingverse with Chris and Nina. And today, my
Dan.
dad, Dan. It's so weird saying Dan. I don't like
I know.
it.
I used to not like it when you called me Dan.
When did I call you Dan?
Oh, when you were younger.
When I was a
You were being
teenager.
sassy or whatever. Okay, Dan. And I'll be like, excuse me, put a D at the end of that, please. Little respect, but that's okay. Now she's this
Okay.
adult. Now I got to deal with that. So, all right, what are we talking about now?
You're just emptying your pockets on
Well,
the
yeah, 'cause
table.
No one can see it, right?
No,
Just my
but
glass.
I can see it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so topics. I was trying to think about what I wanted to talk about with you.
I know one thing.
And, well, what? Well, yes, we could talk about Taylor Swift and how she's releasing a
Yes.
brand new album tonight at midnight, and it's so exciting.
Wearing a hat in her honor.
The Bluebird Cafe,
That's right.
which is what, Dad?
It's where Taylor Swift was found.
Yes.
It's in Nashville. It's in the round. We sat in her chair. It was all very cool. Yes, I am a Taylor Swift fan, so. Yay, Taylor.
All right, now that that's out on the
Yes,
internet,
now that's done.
now that that's out there. One thing about you,
Uh-oh.
okay? I'm just gonna say it. Is you're not on camera. Don't act like that.
It doesn't matter. I just act this way anyway. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Is that if I'm watching a show, Deegan's watching a show. I know, and I know it's not just you. It's like a dad thing in general. You'll walk into the room, and then you'll stare at the TV. Hey, what are you watching? And then I'll pause it, and I'll be like, "Oh, I'm watching this." And you're like, "Oh, what is it about?" And then, oh, no, I'm not done. and then, and then you'll be like, "Oh, well, you know, like that sounds weird or something, or you know, whatever." And then you'll be like, "Oh, well, I gotta go do the laundry or something." And then you sit down, and then you're there for the next hour and a half, like invested into the show.
I know, it doesn't take me much. I get captured into those things, and I do have an inquiry mind. So, and when I walk into something like a new show that I've never watched before, and you've been watching it, I ask way too many questions because I know it annoys your mother like crazy because I have to know what's happening and who's what, and I need to catch up right away because I hate being behind.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the same thing when you play Dream Valley, whatever that.
The Disney Dream Valley.
I'm like, wait, what's going on? You know?
Yeah.
Hey, how do you do this? I have an inquiry mind. You know, I just ask a lot of questions.
Which is all good until you're trying to focus on like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. where they're time traveling and stuff like that. So I wanted to talk about how my dad is a thief and steals these shows from my brother and I.
Oh, yes.
Because the moment we start watching something and we start talking about it because we're excited about it, he wants to watch it, which is, I think, is cool.
Yeah, I get captured by your interest and, you know.
Yeah, it makes me have someone to talk about it with other than the show.
Yeah, that's what I enjoy, you know, because you watch something you really like, and if you can't express it, you know, candidly to somebody, and then if you don't have a common, frame of reference, it's very difficult to have a conversation about it, you know, because you can be all excited about, talking about Taylor Swift, and someone goes, they don't know about it, you know.
I just keep talking.
I know. Taylor's just great. So
anyway. I know. I'll just keep talking about her.
That's right.
Okay. So, anyways.
So, what show did I do that to you recently? Can you
Most recently, New Girl.
Yes.
Well, I think that was Mom.
Well, Mom kind of started it, then I jumped in on it, and New Girl is just outstanding writing, great acting. I mean, we were talking about the layers in that show.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, because you see the show, and it's a love story, it's a, kind of soft-hearted and funny, but the actual
sitcom.
The dialogue is just layers
Hilarious.
and layers of stuff that you taught me, which is a good way to make sure you don't miss any of the dialogue, is turn the closed caption on, because there's 6 main characters in the show, and they're always interacting at different levels. So there's always 6 or 5 things going on at once, and they intertwine. So you gotta have the closed caption on to see what's going on. She's laughing at me right now.
I'm sorry, you hit the mic and it was really funny.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Did you not hear that? You just like,
I'm sorry. I apologize. This is my first time. I'm a rookie, so give me a break.
It's still funny though. Okay, so let's compare. So have you completed New Girl?
I have. Well, I've been watching, because I walk in and sometimes I see you watching it. So
and then you finish
I've been jumping around quite a bit.
Okay, yeah.
Because we always watch the Prince episode and the Taylor episode, and then we go back and we watch, it's like when we were watching Glee, we always watch the Britney episode, which is
the Britney
awesome.
episodes are the best.
Just awesome. But, I haven't finished it. I don't think, because, that you could really watch that show out of order.
Yeah.
And piece it together a little bit.
Because it's a sitcom.
Yeah, and it's so good. It's like watching Friends,
Right.
Friends is so entertaining in every little episode that they come out with. So so I haven't finished that. So chronologically, I couldn't really tell you where I'm at. I think they haven't even got married yet.
Who?
Nick and Jess.
Okay.
So I don't think I made it that far.
Quick reminder while it's on my mind, the thoughts and ideas presented on this show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. Okay, now that that's out of the way.
Yeah, now every time I watch you on YouTube, I know what you're looking at now.
Oh, did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it. So it's not on this side.
No, it's not. See? That's why when I say it over there, Chris is so impressed with me because I'm not reading anything.
I see. Very well. Okay.
She could do it with her eyes closed, though.
I could make something up. It sounds generally close to what you just said.
You did it in the car.
I know.
It wasn't right, but it was close.
These are my opinions, nobody else's opinions. So.
Okay, yeah. It was better than that, but.
They're not too strong opinions.
Okay, so who's your favorite character in New Girl?
Oh, can't even think of his name right now. That sounds bad.
Schmidt?
Yeah, Schmidt, of course. Schmidt's just dynamic, funny, and so, what I love about him, he's so committed. You know, he's commits to everything. It's 100%, whether, you know, he goes off the wagon, starts eating, and then he goes back, and he's devoted to CC, you know, it's just, and about his decoration, you know, like when they were trying to
interior design. How
just,
dare you call it decorations? It's interior design.
He's so good, you know. Yeah. And just all the characters that, you know, and Nick is just, he's kind of like, he's floating out there somewhere, but he's got some cognitive theory of why he's there all the time, you know what I mean? It's so strong part of the show, you know. So.
Yeah. My favorite is Winston.
Really?
Yes. Other than Taylor Swift when she was in that one episode for like 3 minutes. Ferguson?
Ferguson. I thought that would be your favorite.
Ferguson isn't in it that much.
I know.
But Winston he kills me. Okay. Favorite couple. Mine is Winston and Allie.
Oh, in the show?
In the show. Who do you ship,
Well,
Dad?
we just saw Allie on the street the other day, didn't we?
I know. We saw someone getting pulled over.
She looked just like
and the police officer who came out of the car looked a lot like Allie.
Yeah. I mean, Nick and Jess are good. I like their, but of course, Schmidt and Cece, I think I would have to go that way just because they seem to be, you know, and it's such kind of a mixed match a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Cece seems to be like on a straight level and Schmidt is just,
Schmidt's gone, man.
I know.
He's not there.
No, not at all. But, so, I don't know. That's where I'm at.
All right. Okay. Another show.
You get more questions? Oh, okay.
I have many more questions for you.
Oh, no.
A lot of them I can't ask on air.
I feel like I'm under the spotlight, but there is not one here.
No.
Okay.
No spotlight.
I'm ready for you.
Okay. Another show that you started watching, which was a giant commitment because it's so many seasons.
Yes.
And every season goes a different direction, and it's just a lot. It's confusing. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is a Marvel show.
Yes.
It used to be on Netflix. Now it's on Disney+. New Girl is on Netflix as well. But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is just insane.
And I can't believe they film. I mean, how many? They have 22 episodes a season?
And every episode's like an hour.
Yep.
And there's like 7 seasons.
Yes, I think it's 8. And they filled that content. They put so much content in it. It's just, and it was so good, you know, because
so many storylines.
Yeah, I can't even. You could pick one name, and I would just start drifting off. You know, I mean, it ended up. But it was so funny because they kept the comical side of it the whole time, like Coulson dying and coming back to life 3 or 4 times. I mean, the guy's just like, it's the same guy. He goes, I don't feel right, but this is my body now. I'm a robot, but it's really me. And, you know, and it was, and then, you know, of course, probably the most heartbreaking thing I've ever, I literally got choked up when Bobby left.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I couldn't believe it. It was just a bar scene, and they're all like secret agents, so they can't really let anybody know they know each other. It was so well thought out, and it was, you know, I don't know, maybe I'm just emotional, but at that time, I saw it. I was like, oh my, I had a frog in my throat the whole time.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah. But it's a huge commitment. I can't believe I finished it. But then, you know, it's like anything. If you get to a certain point, you don't want to just leave it, you know, and not finish it, you know.
Yeah.
But I did do that to one show. another big commitment was Lost. You never saw Lost, did you?
No.
This was back in like '06, '08, or something. Because I was doing a lot of traveling. I
Yeah,
would
I
watch
was
that.
like-
On, yeah, you were 4 or 5 years old, and I remember I never watched like the last 4 or 5 episodes of Lost. So I know they found out they were all dead, but it's just I never really
Okay.
saw the.
Apparently spoilers for Lost
Yes.
and
Sorry.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and New Girl, but albeit those shows ended a long time ago, so it's on you.
So
It's your fault.
yeah, do I need to apologize or what?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Who's your favorite character? So there's okay.
In-
Before
in
Agents of
S.H.I.E.L.D.?
S.H.I.E.L.D., before you answer this, I just want to say that there are so many characters in that show that come and go, and then there's like, you know, the main core who stick through it for a majority of the show. But I couldn't choose one, and I'm sure if I were to rewatch more episodes, I would choose even more to add to my list.
Yeah.
But I
there's
have 3.
there's a lot of likable characters in there.
There is.
I mean, Coulson is my favorite because
Yeah.
he's got that comical edge, and I loved him in the first Marvel movies you watch him in, you know,
Mhm.
and you know, Fitz, gotta love Fitz in that relationship, you know. But the other one, I can't remember his name. He ended up taking over for
Mac.
Coulson. Mac, yeah. And
Mac.
the reason I like him so much is because he plays a part that's kind of out there, so it's not like a, how do you say it, like a dramatic. He doesn't play a dramatic part. I mean, it's dramatic, but he plays it very, you know, strong and stiff, and he never really lets his guard down.
Mhm.
And that's why I like him, because he's so rigid and structured. He's not like not the best actor, like, but
Whoa.
that I know that's not nice to say, but he's not like the, I don't know. The
I would
most,
like to see you act, Dad.
I can't. I can't do a better job. He way better than I. But I mean, maybe he's playing the part so well. He is the best actor there, because I just like.
I
his
don't know where
character.
you're going with that.
No, I'm just.
You just
You asked
circled
me
right
what-
around.
So I had 4 characters on that.
Okay.
So
I would say mine are Bobby.
Okay.
Obviously, she's on it for too short of a time
yeah,
period.
That's true.
Leopold Fitz.
Yes.
I love him. And I don't normally, Chris would agree with me, I don't normally gravitate towards male characters,
No,
but
I
I
know.
love him. And Gemma and Fitzsimmons in
Gemma,
general, their
yeah.
relationship is just so adorable, even when they were just like friends, even though I
Yeah.
don't think they were ever just friends. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What keeps you watching a show? I mean, I know there's certain characters that might draw you to it, but I mean, when you gravitate to something,
Mm-hmm.
a series like, you know, New Girl, of course, it's hard to ask you that because it's so good. But I mean, some
Mhm.
series like, you know, whether it's
Don't
super,
even say it. I knew you were going to say Supergirl. You,
Hey, I'll watch that with
You're
you.
done.
It just got really bad towards the
you're
end.
done. You're done. Get out.
Why am I done? What did I do?
I love Supergirl.
I know. I liked it up until the last. They start traveling in space, and they have those costumes. That's what killed me. Those,
The CGI?
yeah, whatever the
We
costume.
know that the CGI is terrible. They don't have the budget. It's the CW. Like, Kyler Lee and her husband, East of Eli, she plays Alex Danvers on the show. And
Big smile on her face.
and they have like tweeted about how bad the CGI is. Like, everyone knows the CGI
all
is
right.
terrible.
So I'm not in on that line. I don't, you know.
I don't watch it because of like
I
the
know.
CGI
Yeah, but the writing
aliens.
wasn't that good. You were commenting on that.
No,
You
the
were-
6th season.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was. There's so many directions that I saw it going that I was like, oh, okay, they could use this. They could take this from the 2nd season. They could bring that back. Whatever. They could full circle it because I knew it was the last season. And then they just tore off this brand new and trying to make Lena Luthor a witch, and it's just so like I'm all for witches.
They wanted to make her into Agatha.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all for witchcraft, all for that, all for those vibes, but like no.
No.
We will be right back with Streaming Verse. Stay tuned here on WHCM for more. We will be right back after this quick break. are listening to the award-winning WHCM 88.3 FM. I did it again!
I know, you got to find your focus right there. Just
I know, Palatine, Illinois, a broadcast station of Harper College and its Board of Trustees. Quick reminder before we get started, the thoughts and ideas presented on the show are our own and not necessarily reflective of the opinions of WHCM, Harper College, or its Board of Trustees. There will probably be spoilers up ahead
yes, probably.
for shows that have been finished a very long time ago, so it's really on you at this point.
Yes. Oh, speaking of shows that I forgot, because you asked me what I've been watching, and
Yeah.
I guess I haven't been on the show every week, so, but your brother sent me a video last night of two people sitting on a stage talking about a book that he was releasing, and I couldn't recognize who it was, but who was it? But almighty Ralph Macchio. You know what I'm talking about? Cobra Kai, right? So I watched it, the Karate Kid growing up and everything else like that. I mean, not the best movies, but entertaining in a sense, but it's like the good guy wins most of the time. But so then I started watching Cobra Kai because Carl.
You shouting out your buddy on the
Hey,
radio.
Carl, yeah. Anyway, he told me I should watch it. I liked it back in the day, so I started watching this thing, and you get hooked on it. I mean, again, they're 22, 23-minute episodes. So,
really?
So dramatic, so over the top dramatic. You know what I mean? And if this situation ever happened in real life, there'd be something definitely wrong because, I mean, it's just hilarious. So I got through watching that not too long ago, season 4, I think. I'm hoping for a season 5 because they left a little opening, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So, but
Right.
I forgot to mention that because, Ralph Macchio,
Yeah.
Deegan got to talk to. No, I don't think he talked to him last night, but I kind of brought it back into my head. So
Good job.
I know. You told me to write it down and I didn't, so I do apologize.
This
So
is what happens.
this is what happens with me. Things just kind of pop in my head.
I know.
I'm a person that has a lot of useless or senseless facts about things that just pop in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I never actually answered the question you asked me
No.
because you kept talking. So,
I like to hear the sound of my own voice.
okay.
Yeah, I got a little. Can't keep calm.
It's constantly tapping
Yeah.
on everything. But to answer it simply, if there's women, period.
Okay.
But no, that's not why. If it's if it makes me feel something, I'm gonna keep watching it.
Yeah, so it's I mean, you made a couple comments there. So is it character driven, story driven, heartfelt? I mean,
It depends on what it is.
okay.
Most of the time it's character driven because I get attached to characters, you know this.
Right, yes.
And I analyze everything about them. I make playlists for them. I embody them.
Yeah, she goes a little over top, which is good though, because that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to drive into you emotionally, and and hopefully you get attached to it. And that's what makes a show good, I guess.
Right.
So, because it's funny because I used to watch, we watch TV or any kind of entertainment visually because it's a release from reality. You can kind of see how other storylines go,
Yeah.
but since you've been watching a lot, and Deegan, you guys have both fed Ashley, your mom, and I information about how things are, the storylines, or how it's shot, or emotional context that we don't see, and you guys enlighten us, which it's really been enlightening, and like a show like this, I've been watching Chris and you, it's been very enlightening for me to watch the show every week because some things I wouldn't pick up, and you guys would explain those things to me because I'm just a guy that goes, oh yeah, look at that, okay, it's a love story, okay,
Oh,
he
it's
likes
shiny.
it, yeah, oh, shiny. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So I guess I'm a shout out to you and your brother and
Thanks.
Chris and the show. And
We don't talk about
Bruno.
Bruno on here.
Okay.
That's Deacon.
Deacon.
He's been officially kicked off.
No.
Yes.
We like Deegan's comments. They're very good.
No, we bully him on the show now.
You shouldn't.
You know that.
I know, but you shouldn't. He's got a lot of good insight.
Okay, anyways.
Yeah, sorry. Back to what we're supposed to be talking about. We could have Family Matters. That's what we could have a show on Family Matters.
God.
Boy, that wouldn't.
No.
That would. It'd probably be okay on the radio. Then once we step out of the radio booth, we'd be like, "Oh, what did you say about me?"
Okay.
Next question.
Agent Carter.
Oh yes, Mr. Jarvis.
That's my line.
Sorry.
I can't do accents, and that's the only thing that I can do.
Well, let's hear it.
Mr. Jarvis. No, I see.
Much
I can't
better
even do
than
it.
me because you
No,
know
I
have
can't.
this deep drone in my voice.
No, I can't do it.
Mr. Jarvis. No, see, then it's
That was just flat out offensive.
just
don't,
horrible.
don't do that again,
I
please.
won't. I won't. I won't. Yes.
Yeah, so that's 2 seasons. That's something that I started watching that he also walked in on and then started watching.
Yes. So that was yeah.
So who's your favorite character?
Jarvis is. I love that guy.
Mr. Jarvis
I mean,
is amazing.
You know, because really we met Jarvis in Iron Man, you know, kind of thing. Or
He's not in it.
isn't
but-
he the voice though? What's Tony's?
No, Jarvis is Vision. That's Paul Bettany.
Oh, but
So, for context,
yes, please
Okay.
enlighten me, please.
first of all, Agent Carter is streaming on Disney Plus. Jarvis is
Sorry,
what's Tony's dad's name?
Stark. Mr. Stark.
She always refers to him as Mr. Stark. So
he.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I'm not remembering this right now. But he is Tony Stark's father's butler.
So did he become the voice for Tony's dad? You know, his.
No, that's a different guy. Because this was when he was younger. So him and Peggy knew each other because Captain America, Steve Rogers, also knew Tony's father. Howard Stark.
It's like Howard Hughes, you know.
No, she says that. She does do that. Howard and his girls, yeah. Yeah,
Sorry.
she does that a lot. No, it's fine. Yeah, Mr. Jarvis is hilarious.
Yeah, I think, you know, who's the agent they take from Time? The guy that.
Oh, he's also in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
Oh,
I
my.
like him too. I don't know his name. I'm very bad
It's
with
not
names.
Jack. It's Daniel.
Daniel. That's why I like him.
That's why.
No. Same last name? Same last
Same
name?
last
I
name?
know. I am Dan Daniels. I changed my last name, by the way.
Oh, boy.
I know. It's getting good.
All right.
So we have any more?
Glee.
Glee.
Who's your favorite character
Oh, my God.
in this insane show?
These are questions I was not expecting.
I
But
know.
My favorite character on Glee. I always look for kind of like the comical guy. You know, the guy in the wheelchair.
Artie?
Artie, yeah. I like Artie a lot. And, of course, I like the teacher.
You like William Schuster?
Yeah. No, actually, take that back. The principal, Sue.
Oh, Sue Sylvester?
Sue
She's
and
amazing.
her assistant,
Betty.
Betty.
And that's how
Love-
Sue
Love.
sees it.
Yeah, love Betty.
Betty's.
Love Betty.
I think her
And
name is Betty.
Yeah, I don't know.
Could be wrong. Yeah, she's amazing.
Two, yeah.
I like Brittany.
Yeah,
Brittany
of
S.
course.
Pierce.
Since you met her and everything, you know.
No, I don't just like her because I met her. She
I
was
know.
always like my favorite.
Yeah.
Brittany and Santana, they're adorable.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of, you know, what's her name? The lead.
Rachel Berry.
Yeah. I mean, she's
No one
beautiful
is.
voice and everything. I mean, just gorgeous singer. But
Yeah.
she's got some tude.
Yeah.
Attitude.
No one's really a fan of Rachel Berry, let's be honest here.
What's her name? Michelle.
Leah Michelle.
Leah Michelle, yeah.
Leah Michelle.
Yeah.
Okay, Supergirl. And don't just bash on it,
No,
okay?
I'm not. I like it. Lena Luthor. Oh, wait. Who played Lex? It was the guy from...
Alvin and the Chipmunks. No,
Yeah,
this was a
no.
different guy.
Yeah, it was a...
He looks just like him, though.
Wasn't he on 2.5 Men?
Yes.
I like him. He's good because he just cracks me up. Can't think of his name. I'm really bad right now. I usually know these guys' names, but I don't. So.
Okay, so you like Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
I love literally everyone. Nia Null is just insane. But Alex Danvers.
Of course.
I think if I have to like go back and think about it, like Lena, she could breathe and I'm like in tears, like, oh my god, you're so amazing.
I'm like, yeah. No, I can see that.
Katie McGrath.
Uh-oh. Her eyes are getting big. She's like staring me down.
She's gorgeous. Okay.
So.
What?
I don't know.
I never know if you're gonna start.
No, wait. Let me ask you this.
What
show? You know, because you've told me, numerous shows that I've kind of gravitated to after you started watching them, right? Have I made you like anything or that I like to watch? Because mine's, like I said at the beginning of the show, mine's more sci-fi driven, but it's not like science fiction, meaning like aliens and those. Like Predator or
it's
Terminator.
More futuristic.
Mine's more like has to be dealing with space because I like flying, of course. So I always want it to be.
Of course.
Of course, I like to fly.
He's a pilot.
It's my job. But so what shows that maybe I've made you watch more than once, or want to watch again?
Okay.
Because usually, you and Deegan are the ones that kind of lead me direction, so maybe is there anything of that
no there is.
Okay.
Orville,
yes,
solely based on the fact that when I walked into the room I saw the woman who plays Bobby Morris and I was like, Bobby, and you were like, what? And I was like, Bobby, and I just kept screaming it until you understood it. I was too excited I couldn't function. Okay, this isn't just you, but The Mandalorian, you all would like. It was like a family event, and I just felt left out. So I would just join, and I had no idea what was going on.
It became such a ritual every week, and we did that with a couple shows from Disney
WandaVision, Hawkeye.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. Of course, Mandalorian is so good. Oh, that's another Jon Favreau. You know who Jon Favreau is?
Of course I do.
Of course, he's Happy from Iron Man, but he also directed one of the Iron Man 2. Then he did the live action for Lion King, but now he's like one of the main. I mean, his baby was that Mandalorian. He really started off. Now he's like really big into the Star Wars universe there, but he also, interesting enough, is a consultant on the Orville with Seth MacFarlane.
Oh yeah,
which is it's great. It's amazing, and that's why I think. Because at the beginning, when you're watching Orville, you think it's kind of this corny thing, and it's kind of a spoof on Star Trek. But then it just gets really, it's gotten much, much better. It was good at the beginning, but now it's getting to where I hate to see it end,
Yeah.
So, it's just crazy. Love it. But yeah, Mandalorian, good.
Yeah.
What else? Love Pedro Pascal.
You know who else loves Pedro Pascal?
Who?
Carl's daughter.
Oh no. That's good.
No, Mia loves.
I know, really? Well, have you seen, here's another movie, I don't know if you've talked about it, but The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Oh my
If you have not seen that movie, Pedro's in it. He is so good in it. It's it's Nicolas Cage, of course, which the Cage Master, Mickey Smoochies are good. So
what?
You got to see that movie. No, it's a line in the movie. It's very, very good. And Pedro is outstanding in that movie. If you like him a little bit, he plays such a great part. So anyway, back to any other things that.
Well, okay. Well, first of all, I have to say that I did not really like that movie. Sorry. I know you and Deegan.
Probably because we hyped it up too much.
Oh my God, for weeks they were like, this is the best movie ever. You guys are going to love it. It's so funny.
My head's too big. I can't get over the wall.
Yeah, and then we watched it after they had hyped it up so much. And we were like, my mom and I
Right.
And I was like, this isn't funny.
Yeah, I found that to be true with most things. If you hype them up too much, your expectations are way too high. Then when you see it, you're always let down. Yeah. So I try not to, but it's so hard.
But you guys, The amount that you hyped this up, it was supposed to be like better than sliced bread.
But I guess what it was is the experience when we first saw it was only Deegan and I in this whole theater at Woodfield, Streets of Woodfield, and we sat like 3 seats apart, and we were able to laugh out loud and just like be ourselves.
So you were acting
normal,
like children in the movie theater. Okay.
And we had a blast. So the experience was a really high,
Okay, so you're saying the movie's not that good?
No, it is very good. It's very good. I laughed just as hard sitting in our house watching it that I did at the.
I know the two of them are just like laughing so much. And my mom and I were just kind of like, I don't know.
It's sorry to say that Deegan and I might be on the same level, or.
Poor Deegan. No, I'm kidding.
Poor Deegan. Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, Deegan. So.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in to Streaming Verse with Chris and Nina.
Hey, Dan.
And Dan.
Are we done?
Just
so
about.
Soon.
I know. We got Oat Milk playing by DJ Double Dip.
DJ Double Dip.
Yeah. It's available on SoundCloud, Apple Music, and Spotify, I believe. I don't know about Spotify. But I know it's on SoundCloud.
I could talk forever.
You're sitting there with his hands folded on the desk, just like
trying to be a good student because I'm actually watching your lead because I have no idea what I'm doing here. I know what I'm doing here, but I don't know what you really want me to say about things. I have a lot of opinions.
I know.
We never even touched upon one of the best movies, one of the best sequels.
What?
Maverick.
Yeah, because I never saw it.
Yeah.
I've never even seen the
first one. You seen Top Gun?
No.
Well, here, because if you want to talk about senseless facts, I have huge amounts of senseless facts about Maverick. Right?
This doesn't surprise me.
No. So Maverick's the sequel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it took 35 years to make for the second movie to come out, right? So the first movie came out 35 years ago. So what do you think is the longest movie sequel that took this, for the second movie to be made?
I'm going to say Maverick.
Mm-mm.
I don't
Mary
know.
Poppins was 42 years.
Oh.
But another Disney great, Bambi. The second Bambi didn't come out for 63 years.
They did a second Bambi?
Mm-hmm. Bambi 2?
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen Bambi 1 because I just
it's
can't
not a very
get through
happy movie. You probably don't want to see it. But
I know it's terrible to say this, especially on the radio, but I'm fine when it's humans dying on screen or in books. But when it comes to animals, I'm like, no.
What about animated, though? Like in
animated animals?
Frozen? No, in animated animated characters, I guess. Human characters. Like, were you heartbroken when Elsa and Anna lost their parents?
No. Because
so I wonder about her, maybe because she's not going to be sad if I go anywhere.
No, the parents, they weren't like established characters.
Right,
they were just like in it for 5 seconds and then they were gone. So then it was more kind of like, for me, like deepening Elsa and Anna's character development because I was like, oh, I feel for them.
Building their bond. Is that why Disney does that? They kill off parents a lot?
I don't know. There's so many theories about that.
Well, it's crazy, and every comedian brings it out. Oh yeah, like any other Disney movie, parents die.
Yeah, because like everyone's parents are dead in Disney movies.
What, you don't need us anymore? Come on. Yeah, I guess we're not very, strong in the storylines, I guess, but oh well. Wait, anything else that you have on your mind? I know you do.
Well, no, I was just gonna say, I read a book recently for a class. Shout out to Professor Moxon.
Yeah.
And the opening scene, this little girl's entire family gets slaughtered.
Oh.
But the dog died too, and that's what really hit me. I was like, no.
I don't think you've ever seen Old Yeller, have you?
We watched it in 4th grade.
Oh.
And then when the dog died, I can't remember her name. The teacher was like, okay, you can go outside if you want to play or for like recess, but like this is where it happens. And I was like, I'm invested.
Oh no.
I have to see it. So then I sat there and I just cried, and it was terrible, and I hated it.
Well,
Don't watch Old Yeller.
no. Oh, you know what other show we didn't talk about?
What?
She-Hulk.
I don't want to spoil that yet
Okay.
because that's relatively new.
Great, though.
Amazing.
Great,
If you
great,
haven't,
So I don't want to overhype it because maybe you won't like it, but it was good.
if you haven't kept up to date with She-Hulk, we weren't up to date on it, but
We're
we
a couple
binged
weeks
it.
behind. Cause it's been over for about 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
2 weeks maybe.
Yeah, we binged it, and it was amazing. Definitely recommend finishing that.
What are you anticipating that you want to watch that's coming out? It hasn't come out yet. Do you have anything that you know? Because like I haven't seen Andor, which is the
Oh yeah.
the Star Wars about Cassian, his kind of prequel story to Rogue One, and then the other one is this. This is an interesting one. It's a documentary with Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. I think that's saying
Okay.
right. But love Ryan Reynolds, right?
Mhm.
Deadpool, all the Free Guy, all the stuff. But him and this other guy bought a football team, soccer team.
Oh, I've heard about
Yeah,
this.
it's Welcome to Wrexham, and it's a documentary. They bought it in 2020, trying to make it. It's kind of like a Ted Lasso thing, but they're the
Mhm.
owners. So it's. I'm looking forward to seeing that because it's probably already out. I don't know if it's out yet, but who has time?
I shouldn't,
I don't have time.
but I make time.
All right,
All right. Well, we are out of time. Speaking of time,
sorry.
you're good. So stay tuned here on WHCM for more. Sorry, the thing just refreshed and that scared me a little bit. Streamingverse will be back next week.
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's okay. I usually am. That's all right.
I'm joking.
Just a background player.
Oh my gosh, here he goes with the. Oh Lord. Okay, so thank you, Dad. I'm not saying Jan. That's weird.
That is weird.
For being on the show this week. It was an interesting show.
Yes, it was.
For our very little planning.
Yes, for no planning at all.
Shh.
Oh wait, yeah, we've been on this for hours, haven't we?
Okay.
All right.
All right. Tune into Streamingverse next week at 7 p.m. Make sure you follow us on our socials at streaming_verse. And we will see you next Thursday. Stay tuned to Harper Radio for more awesomeness. Chris is so good with that. She just
With the sign off.
I know, I'm
Yeah,
not.
but you got to give them your.
All I say is have a good dinner and
And I'll follow that up with enjoy the dessert.
sounds good.
I'm
All
hungry.
right.
Let's go eat.
Have a good night.
Good night.